How will arthritis impact my mobility and my ability to exercise? In the early stages of arthritis, it tends to be, some aching, some pain, some inflammation, some limitation of range of motion. So the first thing you want to do is make sure, one, that you are moving, you're stretching, you're strengthening, you're conditioning your body, you're ensuring that your balance and coordination is there to a point of comfort, not pain. Don't overdo things, don't aggravate the inflammatory process that's present, but gently move into that process. So firstly, in the early stages, it's going to support that process. In the later stages, if you are late to a care program or seeking support for your arthritic condition and you have significant deterioration, joint immobility, joint dysfunction and a lot of inflammation, then doing exercise can actually exaggerate this inflammatory process because it's already inflamed, it's stiff, and when you try to move these joints that are really immobile, it can aggravate it. So you need to do it gently to a point of comfort, not pain. You don't want to overstretch, you don't want to over-aggravate, but ultimately you do want to introduce it, and you want to introduce it in an appropriate way, in a slow and gentle way, under the guidance of a practitioner who will coach you and support you on how to make sure you do it in the right way for your body, for your condition, for your individual presentation. How can I improve the state of my arthritis through exercise and movement? Well, firstly, by doing it. It's important that you get there. You're mobile, you're active, and you continue to induce that mobility. There's an old saying that says, if you don't use it, you lose it. Most people know that. So if you are not going to move your joints, that joint is going to continue to restrict. The bone spurs may coalesce over that joint, and you will lose that mobility. So firstly, do not give up moving. At any point, at any age, find a way to stretch, strengthen, condition your body, introduce that mobility, and maximize your functionality. So how do I improve that? Well, you work with a practitioner who knows your limits, who knows your condition, and introduces the right exercises at the right time in the right way to make sure your technique is correct and that it is done so that you're getting the function and restoration back to those joints. Boom. What do I do if I experience pain during exercise? Well, firstly, there are two types of pain. Pain that is aggravating and creating problems for your joints because you have pushed too hard, you've loaded too heavily, or you're moving too much for the range of motion of that joint. Stop. That's what you do when you are hurting yourself. There's that old saying, no pain, no gain. That is only partly true. Pain may mean you are not going to gain anything but a sore joint for the next day, and you need to think and reflect on your decisions right now. On the other hand, what they're talking about with no pain, no gain is the other type of pain is the good pain. That, okay, I've just done 4 push-ups and my muscles are starting to burn and hurt because I haven't done 4 push-ups for 40 years. That's a good pain. You can push through that one as you get a little bit more endurance and capacity to do that, because that pain is your body saying you've hit this low threshold of health capacity that is actually not really good for you. And every time you exercise beyond that, you get more function, more mobility, more capacity. And so you've got to be able to differentiate between those two types of pain. And when you can and when you do, not only do you heal, you prevent the aggravations that would otherwise come.